what I love about Brand Innovators is that it really is all about the relationship. When I first got involved in them, it's not the perspective I had. I got involved because MasterCard was doing an event. MasterCard's a client of mine. They said they want Ted Rubin speaking. So I got reached out to by Brandon Gutman, one of the co-founders, and we had a conversation. At the end of it, he said, this is great, come on board. And I told him my fee, and he said, well, that's not really our model. We don't pay speakers. And I said, well, I just left the startup I've been with for the last 3 years. It's kind of my model. And he said, well, we really want you involved, and so does MasterCard, so let me see what we can work out. And then it ended up, we spoke to MasterCard, and they said, we'll pay Ted, and we'll figure out somewhere where he can add some value to something else we're doing. And then I met Brandon's partner, because Brandon is really more about booking speakers, about the brands, but I met Mark, and we just hit it off. And he said, you're not seeing it now, but our business is about building relationships. We're really not an event company, and I want you involved all the time. So we ended up making a deal, and that's why I have a title of acting CMO, and I'm one of their advisors, because I do get paid. But it's a great relationship for me, because I'm in front of brands, and I'm in front of vendors and new technologies almost every week, or at least every month, and they get me at more of a bargain rate because they're engaging me throughout the year, and they're doing something that I think is important in marketing, is they're adding value to what I do by facilitating the relationships I'm building and the things that I'm doing. What it is again, they're not an event company, they're a community. I like to say that a network gives you reach, very valuable a network, but a community gives you power. And what they've built is a powerful force here by building community. They're not, most event companies are networks. They've got their lists of people, they send out communications, they invite people in, they come one time. But at Brand Innovators, they're doing events all around the country. They do multiple events in many cities, so people come, brand marketers come again and again and again, and so do vendors. So what was most surprising to me was that when I first joined here, they asked me to bring in my clients. And I said, no way. Like, not only do I not really know you guys, but this is just another event, and I don't see vendors doing really well at these events when they sponsor them. But within a few months, I realized that every vendor, every sponsor would come up to me and thank me for the event and tell me how much they love Brand Innovators, because they really got to build relationships with potential clients. And again, it's building a community. So not only did I introduce my clients, almost everybody I meet, I look at them and say, you should really be involved here, because what happens is you go again and again. You don't come the way you do to a normal event as a sponsor. You come to every event. You come to as many as you can. You go to the dinners. You stay and you talk to people. You stay hours afterwards. And what ends up happening is you build those relationships that facilitate business. Because I don't care what anybody says, we all know that you'd rather do business with someone you like than someone you don't. So all else being equal, and let's face it, there's a lot of equal in this business. A lot of people do the same thing. I love Ignite social media. You guys really get what you do. But you've got competitors that can basically deliver what you deliver. But the reason you guys have to do so well with your business, and you seem to keep evolving, is you have relationships with your customers that go beyond just what you're delivering.